My friend Mike asks, has anybody barfed on me? Yes. I will not answer any more about that. Nasty. I will say this. The person on the front of me at the time was wearing a chest mount altimeter, and to try to distract him after losing his lunch, which was a really big hoagie, like a big submarine sandwich, now just launched all over the fields of northern Vermont. I looked over, over his shoulder. I could see his face was just covered. It was just nasty. I was like, all right, let's get back to the game. What's next, right? So check your altimeter. How high are we? He said, I can't read it. I said, no, it's simple. It's like a clock. 12's at the top, so what number is the needle pointing? He says, no, I can't read it. And I look over his shoulder a little more and I could see, no, he couldn't read it because it was covered with lunch. So I was like, clean it off. Yes, it happens, but it doesn't happen often. And if it does, you clean that stuff off quick. Hose it off in a hurry before it develops a smell memory. All right, so someone's asking me about canopy kiting, and I think that it'll be better for me to film some more outside footage. I've done a number of videos that you can find on YouTube and on Facebook of me, flying some canopies in kite style on the ground, which I think is a really important skill. But to see it from the outside, I think would be very helpful as an additional perspective. The main thing is that if you're gonna fly a parachute like a kite, wear a helmet, because you never know if you're gonna get lifted and then spanked back down. That's smart. And have cell phone on you if you're alone, but much, much smarter would be to have someone else with you in case you do get injured, in case you need somebody to, sort of hold you, you're getting dragged or whatever, they can help you out. But don't do it in ridiculous winds. If you wouldn't jump, don't kite. It's too much. Later on, yeah, maybe you will fly your parachute when it's too windy to jump, but not yet. And make sure you're doing it in a place where there's no turbulence. If the parachutes are pulsing in its in a spike of lift and then loss of lift, don't do it. Those are the days where you get lifted and then dropped. Right? It should be smooth, clean air. Best place, the beach or near the ocean. Where the onshore breeze, no turbulence at all. But yeah, we will get into. I'm going to make some more videos about that stuff. I have been wanting to for a while, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to it. All right, what other questions do we have here? Can you explain crossports and their purpose? Okay, so I have admittedly received parachutes in the mail where they said there's a hole in the canopy. I said, oh, no problem, send it, I'll fix it. And I looked through the whole canopy, top to bottom. There's no holes in the canopy. Well, can you, where's the hole? Well, I saw it was on a rib. I'm like, uh-oh. And it was really very round. I don't know why. So, okay, all right. So your first jump instructor didn't tell you the whole story, did he? None of them do. They don't have the time. So the crossports are for really two things. One is to help with a more symmetrical inflation in flight, in deployment, right? So if the air goes into one end cell only, hopefully it'll make its way to the other end cell. If you've got collapsed end cells, especially with an increase in the angle of attack hitting the rear risers, that crossport will help facilitate the spanwise motion of the air inside the canopy to balance the pressure. And since you can create a more balanced pressure wingtip to wingtip when you have holes in the ribs, these cross ports, right? Port meaning window, right? It's going to keep the parachute in dangerous collapsy kind of turbulence. It's going to keep it more stable in that if it does collapse, it'll come back quicker. The airfoil itself, the trim, that kind of thing, that's really what keeps it stable, and of course the way that you fly it. But if it does go, if it doesn't have crossports, it may not recover very quickly, and it may start to slide off towards that side, and things get worse because now you have the uncoordinated flight of sliding sideways, pushing that end cell in. It doesn't want to recover at all. The spin can pick up speed. And so, yeah, we don't have any parachutes out there anymore without crossports. We used to. The Canopy, my first Canopy, the Cruise Air, we had to you pull a chock full of nuts coffee can, you open up the other side of it also so you can see through it, and you put that on your canopy with a piece of glass underneath it, and you make your own crossports. Don't screw up, but yeah, there was a number of parachutes over the years, even some within the past 15 years where there were no crossports, but they've all gone back to include crossports for sure. I think they're a pretty good idea.
So what do you choose? Love or fear?